Hey folks, we thought I'd do a quick infographic for you guys on science parks. I know it's not a common thing to come up in AQA exams, but if it does, it's something you do want to be aware of. Now, I've cheated and I've put a little map of the UK in because my drawing skills are not up to that. But what you need to know is that there are 100 science parks in the UK, and that number is growing. And that's pretty cool because these science parks are places where, you know, the biggest, best brains in the country are working to solve the biggest issues that we have. So it's amazing. They're really, really cool, and they're dotted all over the place. So I'm just going to dot my pen. They're in Scotland, they're in Northern England, Central England. I mean, I could almost be putting dots everywhere. South Wales, Norwich, over on the East Coast. There's a few around London and a few towards the southwest. But the one that we're going to focus on is here. Actually, possibly, no, that's about right. That's okay. So we're going to focus on the case study of Southampton. Okay, so if you just write that in there, Southampton Science Park. Now, Southampton Science Park is not one of the first ones, but it was opened quite a while ago. So it was actually opened, I'm going to put it over here, let's write case study, because AQA always love you to have a case study. So let's put Southampton Science Park, and it was opened in 1986. So it's doing well. It's been around a while and it's growing. It's not gotten any smaller. Now, before we carry on with Southampton Science Park, let's just have a little think about what these science parks actually are. Let's draw some lines off. So the first thing is all science parks, so every single one in the UK, work with two industries. They work in technology, so that might be manufacturing, specific, very scientific items like fibre optics, for example. And the other thing they work with is research. Okay, so that might be researching new drugs that could cure diseases. It could be any type of research, forward-thinking, quaternary industries. Really, really important for our economy, but also for our development as a human race. Now, they're pretty cool because they actually employ, I'll pop this over here, 75,000 people in the UK. Let's put that number in full, 75,000 people in the UK. Now, many of these are British people. Some of them have come from abroad, but almost all of them are university graduates. Okay, and that's why very often, we'll put it here, science parks are associated very closely with universities. Science parks are associated, and that means they might be like literally next door to them. They'll be working in partnership, they'll be working with the students before they've even left university, as they get to know students and get to work with them on projects. And it's a win-win situation because graduates are looking for jobs. Let's draw a little happy graduate in here with his hat on, or her hat on. But yeah, they're looking for jobs, so it's really, really good news for everybody concerned. The other thing that most of these sort of science parks have in common is they normally are really easy to access. So they might be next door to a university, but they also have, and you know, let's actually just put that in there, talented graduates get jobs there. Good. Okay, sorry. So yeah, other than being next to universities, they also have excellent transport links. So they're easy to get to. You wouldn't even necessarily need to drive because they've got really good, let's draw the different ones in. So you've got good roads and rail And then also they've got airport links as well, often. And airport links. And that is something that you'll be expected to mention in a question. Now let's come back to our case study. Southampton Science Park. I'm going to pop some trees in next to it. It's a nice one. It's got trees, it's well landscaped. It's a nice place to go to work. And that's good because the kind of businesses that are there are very forward thinking, using lots and lots of brain energy, really trying to work things out. So let's have our examples. The first one is a business called Symmetrica. Now, you wouldn't necessarily be expected to remember this, but I think it's helpful if you're thinking about science parks. Now, they do something called radiation detection, which is amazing, so useful, especially with all the nuclear power that we have. So really, really good. They'll look at safe levels of radiation. The next one is called Photon Star. Pretty cool name. If it isn't clear already, that is to do with lighting, new methods of lighting. And then this one is called Fibre Core. And you can almost guess this from the name. It's fibre optics. You might have heard about that to do with your broadband and things like that. But fibre optics are very important nowadays. So there you go. This is a very quick whiz through of science parks. And remember, for the Southampton one, it has 3 different business examples. It was opened in 1986. And in terms of its road and rail links, if I bring that over to here, we've got the M27, which is the road, and also the A3. So good links to London. And we've also got Southampton Airport, which is brilliant because then, there we go, airport. Businesses can use it to move around, to move people around, and it's just another great asset to have on the doorstep. So there you go.